Hello, the game has started and my opponent has opened with flu. I have the Z and a preponderance of E's. So I'm looking at G's here, gets rid of a couple of E's, scores quite well. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. I draw the J. I have abjure on my rack as a 6. Juba and Baju as 4s. .32 play, but a super hot lane created by that play. What about abjure 33, less hot? Don't mind that. Opponent extends G's to Giza. Abjure still an option. Yeah, I think I will go with abjure for 33. Not a good pickup. Duplicate O's and I's. And I shan't be bingoing as a result on this turn. I have the ISO prefix, but just too vowel heavy to muster a 7 or an 8. I don't think there's an 8 either. Opponents provided a spot for 00. I don't mind that as a rack leave, and 17 points, not terrible. What about this L? Almost Euleries if the O were an E. I think I will go with 00. Hopefully I dodge the I's and don't draw a third one. Fantastic. I should be bingoing now. I have Aries on my rack. And Saw. A better play would incorporate the OH hook as well. Okay, that's not gonna happen, I don't think. Layerized from the L. Looking at ways of... Is there an AS play? Then I can play Zia and Deuce. Not seeing an AS play. Oh, I've got Senari, which almost works, but Dune, D-E-W-N, is no good. Okay, that's not... Now if I play Lairize, it creates useful floaters for opponents. I think I'll go with Aries and Saw 68. Not a bad pickup. Lunarian, possibly. Onto an N. Raulia. That would work. R-A-O-U. L-I-A. Raulia. Now what about the F? Opponent's given me this F to work with. Not seeing it. What about this B? I suppose I have the E as well to consider. Let's look at the B first. Not seeing anything from the B. What about the L? Two L's, not ideal, although there are a lot of words ending in I-A-L. Ulnaria. Again, nowhere to hook it on to. What about the blank as a Q? Aquarial, aquarial. Aquarial. Yeah. Don't think it takes an S, although you never know. Ouch. Opponent scores 48. Moai. Oh, Moai doesn't work. Is there a four-letter play beginning with an M? It would have to be M-A or M-E. Not looking good. This is a super hot spot. Opponent could easily score 60 there with a K at L1 and play across. Or even a Y or H. I need to address this spot. What about Moy? Feels weak, and the rack leaves ropey. I don't like it. It does kill that spot in the top right corner, albeit at the expense of opening row column O. What about AIA? Opponent would have to play an S. Yeah, I think this feels a little bit better. the vowel heaviness remains. Does opponent have an S? Could play lay here for 17 if opponent doesn't pounce on column O. Mooli is good, M-O-O-L-I. Okay, opponent did have an S and he scored well, so maybe that was a mistake, although he has used up a useful tile. I still feel it was a bit weak. I'll go with sorts the rack out a little bit, and it's 20 points. Again, creating a little bit of a hot spot if he's got another S, but not as hot as the last spot. Now, still vowel heavy. The rot continues. Ilium is good. It's one way of getting rid of two I's and a U. I don't see a great spot for it. Phylum, I think, is good. Not a bad rack leave. Thinking of extensions for dish. Dish here doesn't quite reach. Okay, I need to get rid of I wonder about phylum. Gets rid of an I and a U. Grovia, not that it plays anywhere. I have the over prefix. Over rig. I don't think over rig is good. I have the L to consider. Love. No, that won't work. Pick takes an E, so Vejo for 35. I feel I do have to play up here. It's too hot a spot to leave open for opponent. Duplicate I's. So not a great rack to work with on this next turn. I have nothing that goes after ZE. Z's and sick. 24. Sick takes an E. Sice. And of course a K. Scores are pretty close now. An error might cost me the game. There are no tiles apart from the S that go at the end of Z, so I might utilize that spot. My time is low. I think I will go with sick. Okay, opponents. There's some scoring tiles in that bag. Unfortunately, I haven't drawn any of them. Got to get rid of R and O. Laureate. No S's to come, so that lane wouldn't be useful to opponent. Maybe Lirot, because look how few vowels there are to come. Wow, 13 consonants and 3 vowels. I'll be hanging on to these vowels, I'd say. Ma takes, I think it takes an R. Why does that ring a bell? In which case, Tor would be Tor and Mar for 18. Unless I go with opponent's actually taken the lead. Five in the bag. Tor. Ah. The V, what to do with the V? Time is ticking. Dish, I can't extend dish. Opponent's got scoring tiles, and that's a problem for me. I've only got the V, and it's not a very flexible tile. Opponent scores well, and I have to go out in 2. What about veto? No, I can't go out with a Rin. got to go out into vet, because I can play veto. Iron. Ronan is good. Ronan can play it here, but Knob doesn't take anything. Maro, no. Yet opponent's probably won with that play. Yeah, he'll have won with that. Ronan doesn't score enough. $13, not enough. Thank my opponent for the game. Let's see what we missed. That was a bit frustrating at the end. I didn't have scoring tiles apart from the V. Now, flew to start. Then I had geese, but geezer would have been better. Yeah, 43 definitely. So that was a miss. Opponent picked up on the error, even though he had a better play. Lair for 28. Where was that? Oh, Laer. That's quite nice. Lair. Okay. Opponent goes with Giza. Now, Abjur for 33 was the highest score, but Juba, no, I didn't like Juba for obvious reasons. It just left a monster hotspot at 5E down. So still happy with Abjur. Objur also good. Dial for 21 seems okay. Nothing great on offer here. 26 equity for double O with that rack leave, but IO, where was that? G2. IO. It opens a trip, and IO would make it quite easy for opponent to score at H1 down. So I don't like that. Still like O, double O there. Cat for 12. Opponent goes with E-Jest, yeah. Diarize for 82. Where was that? I2. Diarefa. Let me just look at this. Diarefi. Ah, yes. Eels and Z. Refi. R-E-F-I. Diarize would have been nice. 82. And there was Bassifier. Binaries. There were a few from the B. Aries felt kind of safe because it didn't leave floaters for opponent to utilize. D5 for 24 he went with Fenny for 21. Binaural. Ballysaw. Adularia, that's a 5 val 8. Aurelia's 5 val 8. Aularian, yeah, there were quite a few 5 val 8s, including Aquarial. And then quad for 48 was best for opponent. Now Moai 3L, that's Moai there, but No, just makes it way too easy for opponent to score. Daimyo 4H. Daimyo seems okay, but again it doesn't address the hotness of L1 across. So, yeah. An opponent would have had pretty big score there. H-E-I-D, for example. Haid. Anyway, I went with AIA. Now he did have the S and a flexible rack, so he got a 50-point play out of that one. I was a little unlucky, I think, to be hit that hard, but anyway. Meow 12A, that's MEOU there, that's quite nice. Yeah, for 20, a little safer at 1J. But, yeah, Meow gets rid of that crucial extra vowel. Although, having said that, look at the consonant-vowel ratio. So maybe getting rid of the extra vowel actually wasn't as important as it normally would be. Now, opponent's got exact, exotica. These are 70-point plays. Where does the bingo? Exotica would have been 14G. Wow, leaving the X right there above the triple word square. Not the smartest move in the world. But look at exact. Egesta. I didn't know egest took an A. Exact would have been massive. 73. Egesta. Remu. That word did cross my mind actually, and I was thinking of playing it, but for some reason I didn't. That would have been the play. I doubted myself. Phylum. Yeah, that was really just to take out the F, because it felt like it was a useful lane on an otherwise closed board. Bowie for 30. Opponent goes with pick, which gave me Vejo for 35, highest score, but Dover at 4H. DOV Mar, that's quite nice. 30 points, decent rack leave. Vejo, again, if I don't take it, opponent likely will. And he'll score well. Yes, he would have definitely pounced on that. Payot 42, where was that? I8. Dewey Payot. Massive score, and Payet, both good. And Rorik for 27 would have been the play at this stage. That was at, look at this, 11B, Rorik and Regest, leaving a C at B15, which isn't terrible. I don't think it's overly useful for opponent in that position. He would have scored something off of it, but Rorik and Regest, so that was a miss. And Sick actually gave opponent a good score. I don't know if he had 30 plus points elsewhere on a closed board, so that, in retrospect, knowing that it took a K and that there was the K to come, I think was folly. And now look at this, duplicates and no artillery, just tiny little pea shooters. dishonor. I was thinking of dish words, like compound words, dishcloth or dishwater or something. But I didn't think of the prefix dis. So that's another miss. Dishonor would have given me a real chance at winning the game. 36 points would have given me roughly a 33-point lead going into the end game, and I would have picked up, well, I would have picked up possibly some of these scoring tiles, although maybe not, because look at, yeah, just the V, I think. Wind with a Y, massive. 12L, WIND, leaving the D floating in the trip lane, but for 43 it'd be worth doing, especially given the inflexible rack I was facing. Just looking at plays, Devo, no, yeah, don't think anything. It's now fraught for 21 was the best I could muster here. 14B, Vrot. Yeah, that would have been pretty useful because I would have gone out with in, but opponent... What did opponent do here? Yet for 29. Yeah, Mare and yet. So I think my goose was cooked. Although, let me just look at this again. Vrot for 21 puts me on 354. 354. Then opponent gets 29, which is 369. I need 15 to win, 13 to win or something. With INN, win 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 12, 16. Yeah, I would have won. Wow, Vrot was the play that could have won me the game. I wonder if opponent, maybe he would have played yet there. Then what do I do? YET there. And I've got in. INN under the T doesn't win. LNN doesn't score enough. Vrot. Yeah, maybe opponent did have me, I think. Anyway, that was the end of the game. A few misses there, but yeah, Mar, that hook. And regest, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.